Hello, hello. In this lesson, we will create a layout with big titles, something I also really like. Well, I like many things. And this time it will be a big word party and a smaller word animals. And I cutted out word party of camera using pink cardstock for a shadow and colorful pattern papers for each letter. And this is the Stardust collection, I would like to say, from 𝐏𝐫𝐶. It's not brand new, but it's also not very old. And I used my die cutting machine, Silhouette, and I didn't have a cut file here. I just used the font. I will add the name of the font in the description of this class. So you can also cut out something like this for yourself, or you can use any other font that is on your computer that matches the style you would like. You can also use a ready cut file. Just cut it big enough so it will go through the whole page. Now it's time to create a background, and it's the only mixed media element of all 5 classes I created, and I was trying to avoid it. I wanted to make it 100% collections pattern papers, but honestly I couldn't find any matching paper for this page. I went through so many of them off camera that I just gave up, and I decided, okay, I'm taking white cardstock, confetti stencil, and I'm just applying 5 colors through it. And I am using distress oxide faded jeans for this color. It's like a dark navy, and of course I took colors from my picture. So as you can see, my girls are wearing dark navy dresses. There is also pink in the background in the balloon party. There are some teal tassels, and there is a little bit of yellow on the dresses and a little bit of this very rich orangey color, I would say. So all 5 will go on the page, and I'm building my confetti. I have this stencil from scrapbook.com. It has 2 layers, but honestly you can only use 1 layer. Just rotate it, move it, so it will not be spots in the same place, and you will be able to achieve the same effect. So you don't need 2 layers stencil. If you don't have confetti, just look for a stencil with tiny elements like hearts, stars, dots, or something like this, and apply it just like I did on the page. You can, of course, use paper if you have the one that you feel that matches your pictures, or you can take your watercolors or mist and just splash on the background, creating this colorful confetti-like mix. It's all up to you. This cardstock I am using here, I really love it because it has a perfect white shade, but it doesn't hold well splatters. I don't know why. They kind of soak into the paper and float around. They doesn't stay into the shape, so I'm trying to avoid splashing over it as much as I can. But when it comes to ink blending, it works really well. So the third color is done. Now it's time for the yellow color, and as you can see, it's very quick, easy and basic. Of course, I'm using blending brushes. You can use blending foam, sponges, or whatever you have. And I'm not being very precise because it's confetti. Confetti is just basically a little tiny trash. um, so you can use whatever you want. You can, of course, just throw a real confetti, glue it down to your page. It will take a while for sure, but who knows, maybe this is a good idea for afternoon spent in front of TV. If you would really like this random confetti-like effect. And now it's time for the final orange color, and you can, of course, you don't have to use so many colors. You can only use 3 or 4 or 2 or more if you wish. So just don't overdo the colors, otherwise you will get just a very colorful and very busy image. So just apply the color and see if it's something you are happy with. If not, add another one. If you are happy with it, just leave it like it is. So this is the colorful background I achieved. I still have this kind of a whitish outline. I didn't go to the very edges. I don't know. This is something inside my head that prevents me from doing that. And this is how my composition will look. The title will be in the main part of the image. And now I need to back my pictures because I have a white background and there is also a lot of white on the pictures. And as you can see, they do not stand out from the background. And you already know that I like my pictures to pop. So I'm just using this navy cardstock to add a frame around each photo to make them just pop from the background. Of course, you can use different color, you can use different color palette depending on what your pictures looks like. Usually my pictures from the birthday are very pastel because girls are wearing like pinks or something like that. But this year they were having the matching dresses. Well, it's a birthday party of one of them, I think the older one. I don't remember, but I think it was the older one. But I like to get them posed together. First, there is the birthday girl posing, and then I put them two together to have a few pictures of them together. And each year I make a yearly calendar with pictures of my girls. So in each month there is one picture per month, and each month I'm trying to add both of them on the pictures. So I really try to find the most occasions to snap pictures of both of them together to have at least 12 for the future calendar. Well, the older they get, it's harder for me to achieve this goal. So I think maybe next year I will have to make a calendar with my dog, which will not make my parents and grandparents of the kids happy because they just love this yearly tradition of getting the calendar with pictures of my girls. I added a layer of cardboard under each photo, and I added a layer of foam under each letter, and they are glued down. So this is the basic design, and now it's time to embellish everything, and I'm using the Stardust. I think it's Stardust collection. This is what I would like to say as it's the first thing that pops in my head. And it will be party animals, and I chose this collection because there are some cats in it, so it will match the theme of the part of the layout. The party animals is because they were making faces. You don't see it up from the top of the camera, but each picture is a funny picture of my girls making faces. It was after I made an official pictures. I just let them do whatever they want, and they started posing like this, making faces, crossing eyes and stuff like this. So all of those are just funny pictures. That's why I'm titling the layout Party Animals. Of course, you can use less pictures than I did. It's just an idea for a birthday page that features bigger title. And I will have a word party, but you can use different words. Celebrate, dance, wish, I don't know. Those are the ones that came to my head just right away. But you can use different words to make like the main part of the composition, depending, like let's say you have a piñata over your birthday and you have a picture of your kid with the basketball stick. Just make the big word piñata and then add pictures and embellish everything around it. So just make one word the main element of your composition. This way, first, you will not have to use up as many embellishments because most of the page will be already busy with the title. I am adding the word animals using those alphabets. I am not sure which collection they are from. I have them for a while. I didn't have another A, so I took U and turned it into A. This is something what I often do. I just create new letters from the older ones. And after gluing down not only title but some of the loose elements, I'm proceeding with decorating everything. The page is already busy, so you know, I just feel like all the time I need to add something, something more, something more. It's not enough yet, not enough, but it's like a vicious cycle. And there is a moment where I just need to be a man, step in and tell myself it's enough. Really, it's enough. You cannot make it any prettier. Just make another page. Another one will be prettier than this one. So this is self-doubting all the time. And I'm going through a variety of embellishments from the Stardust collection. I have 6 by 12 stickers. I have those thicker foam stickers also in 6 by 12 shape. I have die cuts. I have this little sticker book, but I don't think I used any of this book. And I finished adding all the elements, and the last step is adding a little bit of enamel dots here and there in matching colors, because again I didn't want to splash on top of this page and I still felt there is something missing here and there. So enamel dots are just perfect little accents, and that's it. The page is done.